Swish. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Hey, go ahead, touchdown like that. Touchdown like that, like that.
Work the middle. Work the middle. Work the middle.
Down Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Detroit Lions.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the run, here's Anthony back to the line of scrimmage. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Running with McFarland. They're on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll run here with McFarland. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough. Chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, McFarland. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And some space to move right away as he's hauled away up to the 30. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. Get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Stafford now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McFarland running out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Peterson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the interception, here's Stafford. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll have it in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
They'll run with Swift, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be sterner with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Brings up
an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's McFarland. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
down.
Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Steelers nothing.
They'll run with McFarland. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Peterson going top shelf for Smith. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Peterson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
first and 10. Stafford lets this one rip toward Graham. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
On the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here. Throwing deep for God. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
On first down, it's Stafford. And left side here, it's Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Matthew Stafford.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Lions add on to their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And it's up and good.
Lions 17. Steelers nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. You know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, McFarland. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.
Matt
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's McFarland. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
McFarland.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
38-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, McFarland.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
McFarland, the ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Ebron caught left side. And get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down, Steelers.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
Swift.
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. McFarland once more. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Peterson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll rifle it. And got his man complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. And even 40 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now a run with McFarland. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, McFarland. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's McFarland. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
To throw is Peterson. Throwing on 1st down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Steelers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7.
Makes the score Lions 24, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw again on 2nd down, Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
Swift.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
To it on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd
We
down.
know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. operating from the gun. Stafford. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
7-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. From the gun, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, McFarland. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking it. They're playing for the pass first.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. And he'll get this up over the 20.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's Peterson on first and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Once again, it's Swift. Down to the 25. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
For the field goal, a 42-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. To throw is Peterson on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 20.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Peterson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with McFarland. This down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards there, first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 76 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them break tendency and go play action and go for the big shot.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The 32-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Steelers
on 1st and 10. Peterson. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Peterson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Past the 20. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. Like I said that in his defense.
In his defense, I got it.